get that lorry through there.
Harry!
Surprise, surprise!
Sure, how long has it been?
Yes, mate.
Surprise, surprise. Bringing people together with BT.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Cilla Black.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Hello and welcome to Surprise, Surprise. Well, I'm so excited because we've got a lot of surprises for our studio audience here tonight, especially the lady who you at home are looking at right this very moment. And what about the rest of our audience here tonight? Well, there they are. Let's see who we've got to surprise. Oh, let's have a look. Where are... Oh, yes. Oh, hey. Oh, yes, she looks gorgeous. Yes. Oh, I love the hair. I really do. You look as if you've been pulled through an edge backwards. It's wonderful. No, I love that free look. It's gorgeous. Very well done. And moving on, cameraman, who have we got next door? Yes. Oh. Oh, him. Oh, now you look as if you deserve a surprise, Chuck. Yes, you're going like that. And it's absolutely right. I haven't got a surprise for you. Move along again, cameraman. Oh, and look at that lovely lady there. She's shaking her head too. But I have to say, you look ever so pretty, and I love that outfit.
Thank you.
Who got you ready? Introduce me. Who are you with tonight, sweetheart?
Husband Peter, Mum Maggie.
Oh, your husband Peter and your mother?
Yep.
Oh, mother. She said you got her ready. You did? Well, come down here and tell us about it then, love. Come and join me, please, sweetheart. Get up there. Sit yourself down there, Maggie, all right? Oh, look, and now you can see them all out there, Maggie, can't you?
Surprising, isn't it?
It is surprising. Being on surprise, surprise. Well, I know all about you, Maggie.
Do you?
Yes, I do.
I'm glad.
Because your Susan wrote and told me all about you. And she says, that's your daughter up there, and she says you're absolutely crackers about horse racing, is that right?
It's true.
And there's one big special event that you like to see every year. What's that?
The Derby.
In fact, you used to go every year.
38 years.
Oh, until your late husband died.
Yeah, and then I still went every year, and then we moved to Nottingham, and then that stopped it then, didn't it?
Yes, but Susan did her best, because every year you have the picnic
Oh.
on the carpet and watch.
That's right. Oh, yeah, we have our prawns.
You have your prawns.
Oh, yeah.
Well, surprise, surprise, Maggie, you're going to have more than prawns this year.
Oh.
You are going to this year's Epsom Ever-Ready Derby. Yes, and you're going with your Susan up there. And here to give you that special invitation is one of the world's championship jockeys. Here he is, Willie Carson. Come in, Willie.
Evening, Cilla.
Oh, do you know that's the first time I've had a jockey on me bosom? Oh, really? It's lovely. It's lovely.
Have we
Now
seen
that we've
that,
all
have we?
seen it, well, we may as well, yes.
Right, it's very nice.
You're going to make the
Well,
presentation?
Yes, well, here you are, Maggie. On behalf of Ever Ready, here are 2 tickets, one for yourself and one for your daughter, and you'll be guests for this year's Epsom Derby.
Thank you so much.
And you might be able to see me win the race.
Oh, we'll have a little bet. But the day starts very, very special, doesn't it? You're going to start with a trip on the coach with a champagne breakfast. Yes, but you and your suit. And then it doesn't end there. You have to wear... Have you got an hat?
Oh, no, buy one, no.
No, you don't have to buy an hat. I've got a spare one going. Willie, thank you very much indeed for doing us the honours here today.
Made a day.
We'll have a really terrific time.
Good.
Ah, isn't that lovely?
Thank you.
We shall see you at the Derby. Thank you
Right,
very much.
Maggie.
Willie Carson, Steve Maggie. Well, now, somewhere in Middlesex, Bill and Winnie Preston are sitting watching the television. Yes, and there they are. Wonderful. Do you know, I think they've had a row. Have they had a row? They're sitting ever so wide apart, aren't they? Now, what Bill doesn't know is that we can see him with our hidden camera. But Winnie knows exactly what's going on. She's on the deal, she is. Now, Bill's expecting a phone call from his stepson. But when he picks up that phone, it'll be me on the other end. How do you sound butch on telly? Here we go, here's the number. Right. Oh, it's ringing out, there we go. Oh, it's behind the curtain, the phone's behind the curtain.
Hello?
Hello?
Who's that?
Hello, surprise, surprise, is that Bill Preston?
Yeah?
Well, surprise, surprise, it's Cilla here.
Cilla Black?
Yes. Oh, the one and only Cilla Black. Yes, it is, Bill.
Yeah?
Now, have I interrupted you doing anything special?
No,
You were just watching the telly over there.
I am.
Well, why don't you look back, Bill, and you'll see something else. Go on, have a look at the telly while you're talking to me.
Hello?
Ah, yeah, can you see me on the telly?
I can.
Now, your Winnie over there tells me an awful lot about you.
Yeah?
Yeah. Oh, you're so excited, aren't you, Bill? Are you shocked?
No?
Oh, I love that hair. I love that hair.
Yeah.
And what Grecian 2000 could do for that head of hair. He looks wonderful. Now, I hear from your wife, Winnie, that you play a very unusual instrument. Is that right?
That's correct.
What do you play?
Spoons.
The spoons.
Yeah.
How long have you been playing the spoons?
Since I was 5-year-old.
Since you were 5 years old, my goodness me. Well, your Winnie, she told me all that, because she's a bit of a stirrer, isn't she?
She is.
What are you going to say to your Winnie after this phone call, then?
Nothing.
No. Well, I tell you what we want to do, Bill.
Yeah.
I want you to come to the studio here at Surprise Surprise and teach me how to play the spoon. Show me how you do them. Will you do that?
I will.
You will?
Yeah.
Oh, you still sound ever so excited. Well, we've got a very fast car waiting outside your front door.
What, now?
Yes.
I'm dressed up.
You're not dressed up. Well, we can see that, Bill. You were watching the telly, weren't you? I'll look forward to seeing you. Give me a demonstration of the spoons. And then if I'm very, very good, will you let me play a few bits with
I
you?
will. Yeah.
You will?
Definitely.
Well, I shall look forward to that.
Okay.
Ta-ra, then. Ta-ra. Oh, the man of few words. I shall look forward to seeing him later on in the show. But now here's something we need your help with. 10 years ago, divorcee John William Spurling, originally from Romford in Essex, retired from his job in Lisburn Road, Belfast. He packed his bags and then he left home. Now, John's daughter, Carol, was brought up by her mother, but she was always a daddy's girl and she still misses him very much. So if you are watching John William Spurling, please pick up the phone and give us a ring. The number is 071 222 8070. So let's hope we have some good news for Carol. And talking about good news, on our last series, we had an appeal on behalf of Rose Davis. Now, have a look at this.
I'm looking for 2 boys what were brought from Dr. Ronaldo's home, what were boarding out with me, Dan and that. The names are Reggie Shelton and Jeffrey Roper.
Okay, why are they special to you?
Well, we were brought up as brothers and sister, really.
And this was on a farm, wasn't
Yes,
it, Rose? So
yes.
tell us about the farm.
Well, it was a farm and we had a pig and we also had a horse, ducks and chickens.
What was the name of the farm?
Meadowcroft.
And it was where?
in East Green, Kelsale, near Sexman and Suffolk.
What was the pig's name?
Sarah.
Oh, what a memory.
Sarah.
And the farm owner's name?
Mrs. Collier.
Mrs. Collier.
Yes.
And we're going back to the 1930s here on. Get in touch, fellas. Fingers crossed, Rose.
Well, this is Rose, and as you heard, she was looking for two people. Well, we found them, and there they are. Isn't that lovely? Well, that's a photograph that you had taken at the grand reunion, isn't that right?
Yes, great.
But there's still one person you are looking for.
Yeah,
And we actually appealed to that person on Searchline, didn't we?
Yes, that's right.
But who is that person you were appealing to?
Rosie Collier.
Rosie Collier.
Yeah.
Now, we didn't exactly let you down because Rose did ring in, didn't she?
Yes.
But unfortunately, Rose didn't leave the right numbers. So when you phoned her back, you couldn't get through because it was the wrong number.
That's right.
So you're appealing to Rose now. If you are watching again, Rose, please ring in this time and leave the right number. So this Rose here can phone and meet up with you. Well, I wish you a lot of luck with that. All right, Rose?
Cilla, yes, thank
better
you.
luck second time. So he's better the second time around. I shall get on with the show. All right? All right. Oh, is she with you this later? And here's somebody else. Are you late as well? Are you late? You know, I'm fed up with people being late on Surprise, Surprise. Are you late as well?
Yes, I got held up.
Have you brought a note?
No.
Now tell us, well, now that you're on the telly, what's your name, sweetheart?
Rose Collier.
Not me, Rosie Collier. Well, we found, wasn't that quick work? Say hello to your friend you haven't seen for 40 years. Well, right now, I've got a surprise package for somebody our viewers at home have already seen. Well, now it's time for our studio audience to meet her. Yes, surprise, surprise, it's you, Sarah. Surprise, surprise. Now, Sarah, your mum tells me that you're a bit of a knitter.
Yes.
In fact, you're a nutter knitter. Yes, well, I've got a package here. Now, inside there, we've got some wool and a pair of knitting needles. Now, can you knit us a sweater before the end of the show? No, I thought you were going to say that. We wouldn't do that to you. But you have knitted some sweaters for some, well, one certain famous person in particular, haven't you?
Yes.
He's your idol, isn't he?
Yes.
Who have you knitted these sweaters for?
Brian Conley.
Brian Conley. Oh, isn't it a shame we can't see one of those sweaters? Yeah, it's a shame you haven't brought one with you, Sarah. But surprise, surprise, you don't have to, because here, wearing one of your sweaters, is your idol, Brian Conley. Come in, Brian.
All right. Just a kiss.
Oh,
We've got this for you. We've got a rose for you. Thanks. And we've got this signed photograph of me. There you go.
oh, look at that. And, Sarah, you've actually knitted everything that Brian's wearing tonight. This
Except for
lovely
me underpants.
and this lovely
This
darling.
lovely clown. And this hat, yeah. The
And the hat.
Yeah.
Oh.
Which you could wear for the derby, if you want.
I can't. Look well in red, the right colour anyway. Sarah, he's got one more surprise for you, a very special one.
Well, we're going to sing a song. We're going to sing a song from my... It's True Love Ways, and we're going to dedicate to you. Is that all right?
Yes,
That's nice. Ladies and gentlemen, Brian Conley. I look forward to that.
Yes, this song, like I said, is dedicated to Sarah, and because she comes, obviously does a lot of knitting, comes from a very close-knit family.
Just you know why you and I go by and by.
true love waits. And sometimes we'll sigh, and sometimes we'll cry. But then you know why, just you and I know true love waits. Throughout the days, our true love waits. Will bring joy to share for those who really care. Sometimes we'll sigh, sometimes we'll cry. But then you know why, just you and I know true love
Ways. Well done, sir, and congratulations.
Thank you. She's going to kill me for this, I know.
But she's a great fan, and you deserve it too. She's absolutely lovely. Well, we're going to take a break right now. See you in a couple of minutes.
Surprise, surprise.
Surprise, surprise.
Now, do you remember last week we surprised Karina Lowe and sent her off to sing a song at the Grand Ole Opry in Nashville, Tennessee? Well, our Bob went along with her, so let's see how they got on.
Welcome to Opryland, USA.
Thank you.
Oh, we are so glad you're here today. Magnolia Bell, official ambassador.
Here we go. Ah, woo!
This is the actual Country Music Hall of Fame. There are 65 members in the Hall of Fame, and in order to be a member, you have to contribute at least 25 years of your life to some form of country music.
So, by 2018...
I go out walking after midnight, out in the moonlight, just like we used to do. I'm always walking after midnight, searching for you.
We've been invited here to Church Street Records, one of the top recording studios in Nashville. Karina is just about to sing a song that's been written especially for her and was just finished this morning. It's called Inside Looking Out.
If by my window I stand, watching lovers stroll by hand in hand, I'm looking at their eyes, the moonlight shines just for them.
Rachel Gladstone and Will Dudley, you co-wrote that lovely song. Tell me, how do you think she's handled singing it?
I think she did a really great job, and she's got a Patsy Cline kind of sound, and it was a waltz that, you know, something Patsy might have done. We were real pleased.
And Will, considering it was Karina's first time in the studio, how do you think she did?
She did a wonderful job. And personally, I think you got quite a find here for the English country music fans.
Great.
Oh.
Now, we've had some fun, but it's time to get ready for this evening. This is Manuel's Costumier to the Stars. Let me tell you, he's made costumes for Emmylou Harris, Linda Rodstadt, every country star you can possibly think of, and Cliff Richards. If he can make costumes for stars of the present, he can certainly make a costume for a star of the future. Let's get a personal consultation. The audience is nearly all in, Karina. 4,000 people. Now, already today, you were in the newspapers this morning, locally. You've done press interviews, you've done radio interviews, you've done 2 television interviews up to now, a lot of which was very unexpected. You met a lot of famous people. Are you not nervous at all?
Not at all, no.
You look terrific.
No nerves at all.
Well, I'm nervous.
Now then, folks, I want you to meet a special guest here tonight. This pretty little gal comes all the way from London, England. They have a television show called Surprise, Surprise. And what it is some of the guests that are on the show, they give them a big surprise. Her being a country singer, they surprised her by bringing her to the United States and to be on the Grand Ole Opry. What a great surprise. Miss Corina Lowe. Here she is. Woo! Hey, buddy.
Crazy, I'm crazy for feeling so lonely. I'm crazy, crazy for feeling so blue. I
Karina, you did us proud there. Tell everybody how old you are, sweetheart.
19 years old.
Just 19 years old. She came on the show last week. 2 days later, she was singing at the Grand Ole Opry in Nashville, Tennessee. Now, I remember on last week's show, you were telling me that it really was your ambition to sing at the New Wembley Country Festival here in September.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Well, surprise, surprise. Nashville last week. You're doing Wembley in September as well.
Oh, God.
Yes, and you'll be amongst friends then, and we'll be there, because we all missed you there, but we're all going to go along and see you at Wembley. And here to deliver that very special invitation is somebody that you admire. I certainly admire. In fact, the whole world admires their singing. I'm talking about the one and only Little Miss Dynamite, Miss Brenda Lee. Come in, Brenda. Oh, we're thrilled. And I have to say, ladies and gentlemen, I have to say, what a lovely welcome. We all love you, and so they should out there. I have to say, I dursn't tell you how many years we two go back.
30.
Oh. Oh, she said the magic word 30. But you look absolutely great.
And you as well.
Oh.
And you, I was watching you back there. You did wonderful. How proud you must be of yourself.
Yeah,
and I want
definitely.
to give you this for the new Wembley Country Music Festival. This is your invitation to perform, and I know you're going to do great.
Right, thank you. Thanks
Isn't
very
that
much.
lovely? Ah, look at that. Now, Karina, we can't let, and everybody at home watching, we can't let this lady go without you singing a medley of those famous hits. There's many, many, and it was hard to choose the ones that you're going to sing tonight, but we'd love to hear. Will you do it
I'd
for
love
us?
to do it. Yes, I would.
Ladies and gentlemen, the great Miss Brenda Lee.
Thank you.
Well, come on, little baby, let's jump the broomstick. Come on, it's time now. Oh, come on, little baby, let's jump the broomstick. Come on, it's time now. Your mama don't like it, your daddy don't like it, your sister don't like it, your brother don't like it. Oh, come on, little baby, let's jump the broomstick. Come on, it's time now. Going to Alabama, back from Pennsylvania, going all around the world. Going to Alabama, back from Pennsylvania, going all around the world. Your mama don't like it, your daddy don't like it, your sister don't like it, your brother don't like it. Oh, come on, little baby, let's jump the broomstick. Come on, it's time now. All alone am I, ever since you goodbye. All alone with just the beat of my heart. People all around, I don't hear a sound, just the lonely beating of my heart. Speak to me, pretty, speak to me now. For me, those fabulous phrases once or twice. Speak to me softly, speak to me sweet. Made like a fabulous poet each time we meet. Words are like rainbows, bright as the stars. They're always with you. Wherever you are, they'll follow. Speak to me softly, and if you do, my heart will happily follow you. Speak to me, pretty, speak to me, sweet. Broken words can't knock me off my feet. Speak to me, speak to me. Here comes that feeling again, and it ain't right. That lonely feeling that came to me last night. It hurts to see you in the arms of my friend. Here comes that lonely, lonely feeling again. Yes, here comes that lonely, lonely feeling again.
Thank you.
Oh, what you've got to look forward to. What a star, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank
Miss
you.
Brenda Lee.
Thank you.
See you in a couple of minutes.
Surprise, surprise.
Well, this week's surprise visit took me to Wakefield, and I surprised lots of people. Now, this is Mike Bramley, and he thinks he's going to his local for a meeting. What he doesn't know is that his meeting will be with me. Hello, Mick Bramley. Hey, a little birdie. What?
I don't believe it. No.
You don't believe? It's
No.
me in the flesh. Oh, yeah, get rid of your
Hi,
case.
Cilla.
Hiya.
Yeah.
A little birdie's telling me all about you, Mick.
So,
Yes, well, I believe, well, you're an electrician, aren't you?
yeah.
And when you go out gadding about, electrifying everybody, you do a bit of yodeling, is that right?
Oh,
A bit of singing, is that right?
a little bit, yeah.
But there's only one thing, your lovely wife, Doreen, has never seen you do this, has she?
No.
Well, surprise, surprise, she's going to see you do it today, all right? Yes, so get ready for this. Get practicing. Off you go over there and I shall see you later. All right, love? Well, here I am in Greycourt, and I'm here to surprise a little girl by the name of Hayley. And she lives in number 28, so let's go. Well, here we go. Isn't this exciting? I hope she's in. I hope Hayley answers the door. Hayley, surprise, surprise, it's Cilla here. Oh, I love that cardigan. Oh, look at this. Surprise, surprise, Hayley.
Oh, God.
Now, do you remember I'm here? Because you wrote me that wonderful letter. Do you remember me writing me a letter? All about your best friend, one of your best friends, Dennis. Tell me about Dennis now, because he's a bit old, isn't he?
Yeah, well, he was 87 and he just lives over there and he painted the picture ages ago, but now it's been spoiled and he can't paint it back up again.
I know, you told me in your letter. Now, where is this painting? It's on his garden wall, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, and you want me to do something about it? Well, we're going to do that, Hayley. Just get your coat on, and I'll see you in a minute. I'll wait for you here, all right, love? And there's the cat. The cat's in on the act. Now, Hayley, I must say, before we go and meet Dennis, I want to know where Mick Bramley, our yodeling electrician, lives. Now, can you show me?
Yes, it's this way.
Oh, right, here we go. It's exciting. Hello, surprise, surprise. Well, you know I know all about Mick and his yodeling, don't you?
Yes.
But is it true that you've never actually seen him yodel or do his little
No,
bit of
not
singing?
sing, no. He never sings in front of me.
Oh, well, surprise, surprise. He's going to sing in front of you now. And
Is
do a
it?
bit of- He is, yes. Come with me. Come on, Chuck. I'll show you where.
She taught me to yodel, yodel-o-dee, yodel-o-dee, yodel-o-dee. Taught me to yodel, yodel-o-dee, yodel-o-dee, o-dee. To teach you all to yodel just like me. It's easy while you're singing to go yodel-o-dee. First you take a deep breath, exhale 1, 2, 3. Then you hear the yodeling if you listen closely. This is how they yodel, yodel-o-dee, yodel-o-dee, yodel-o-dee. This is how they yodel, yodel-o-dee, yodel-o-dee.
Well, Hayley, sweetheart, we've heard and we've seen Mick Bramley, haven't we? What I'm interested in now is, where does Dennis live?
He lives over there at number 46.
Oh, well, let's go and see him. Do you think he'll be in?
Don't know.
You don't know? Well, we'll soon find out, won't we? Go on, then. What do you normally do? Do you normally knock on the door or what? Will you hear that?
No.
You will. You're so knuckles. Hello, surprise, surprise, Dennis.
Oh,
Nice to meet you. Cilla, can we come in?
Yeah.
Because Hayley's brought me over. She said she's, you know, your mate like. Oh, isn't it? Oh, come on, step inside, love. Right. Well, where are these paintings then, Dennis?
Yeah.
Oh, well, let's have a look. Oh, yes. Oh, Hayley, and you did these? They are absolutely smashing.
I know.
Now, Dennis, what I want to know is, where are your paintings?
Oh, I'll send them all the way to Canada.
You sent all your paintings to Canada?
Everyone.
Well, did anybody buy them? Who did they go to?
No, they're still in with my daughter.
You sent all your paintings all the way to Canada to be with your daughter?
It's lovely in Canada.
Is it? I bet it is. It's lovely here today. Now, let's have a look at this wall that you keep talking about.
Oh, lovely, yes.
And there it is. Well, it is in a bit of a state, Dennis.
Oh, it is.
Get your coat, love. Let's have a closer look.
Oh, it is.
Come on, Hayley, you lead the way.
Yeah.
All right, then. Oh, thank you very much, Dennis. Oh, thanks a lot. I'll lead the way. Isn't that lovely? Just walk this way. Yes, wonderful. Wait, what have we here? What have we... Excuse me.
Oh, hello, Cilla.
Well, surprise, surprise. Another famous artist. It's Tony. Yes, Tony Hart.
Hello, Hayley. Is this another surprise for you? Well, how lovely to meet you. Now, I've been hearing all these things that you've been doing for your friend Dennis, and we're going to try and put his lovely mural back together again, aren't we? Will that be a good idea? Dennis, how lovely to meet you. Now, look, don't worry about your wall, because what we're going to do is to ask some art students to put that right for you. But of course, it is going to take a little bit of time, but we'll get it done in the end. Now, I'm not a real painter, but I have got a little surprise for you here.
Oh.
Now, I've tried, Dennis, to get the mountain range as near as I could to your lovely mural. Actually, it doesn't stop here. It's a background for something else. Bear with me.
It's great, this, isn't it?
What about that, Hayley, eh?
All right, that is it.
Is that fun?
That's great.
Who's
Oh,
this?
oh.
We've forgotten something. I believe you've got a pet. What is it? Will you put it on? What's that cat's name?
Sniff.
Put Sniff where you think Sniff ought to go. I think he ought to go. Oh, well, why not?
Look at that.
He's hiding behind your skirt.
That is terrific. How do you feel about that? Isn't that been marvellous? Lovely surprise. And it's our very big thanks to Tony Hart. Thank you, Tony. For
What
doing
a
it.
pleasure it's been.
Are you pleased, Dennis? I mean, you were telling me earlier, weren't you, Chuck? You were telling me earlier that all your paintings go to Canada, to your daughter Jean, is that right?
That's correct.
Well, this is going to cost a fortune, isn't it? In stamps.
I should think so. Mine didn't cost a fortune.
Well, I tell you, it doesn't have to cost a fortune.
No.
This is stay and put. Because surprise, surprise, we have flown all the way from Canada, thousands of miles. Here she is, your daughter Jean. Have a look at this. Come in, Jean. This belongs to a Sergeant Paddy Redmond, who used to be in the Oxford and Bucks Light Infantry. Now, his best mate was Jack Carter, and they served together in India and Burma. And after the war ended, Jack was demobbed, and Paddy stayed on in the army. Now, in 1947, he gave this tankard to Jack for him to look after. And now Jack wants to find Paddy and give it back to him. Now, when Paddy gave it to Jack, he said at the time he'd paid Jack's wife 6pence a week to clean it. Now, we've worked that out, and since 1947 to now is 2,302 weeks. So, you owe Jack's wife £239, excluding VAT. Actually, perhaps I shouldn't have said that. We'll never find him now, will we? Well, I tell you what, if you are watching, Paddy, don't worry, because we shall pay the money. Just get in touch. Your old mate wants to see you again, and the number to ring is 071 222 8070. Or you can write to us at Surprise Surprise, London Weekend Television, Upper Ground, London, SE1 9LT. Well, it's time for me to do a bit of spooning now with our Bill Preston. Oh, I can't wait. He was a man of few words, but he's here now with his spoon. So, come in, Bill. Hello, Bill. Oh, stand beside me here. Bill. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Bill, I think you brought a pair of spoons for me.
Yeah.
Because I think, well, I can just about manage. I think, oh, you've stuck them together. How very kind of you, Bill.
Oh, they're better than mine.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, yes. Well, I'm in the mood now.
Right.
I'm going to watch you for a bit, and then I'll join in. All right,
Right.
Chuck? Now, you're going to play the spoons to tie a yellow ribbon, all
That's
right?
correct.
So here we go. After 3 with the music, please. 3. All of you watching this weekend?
All right.
Phil, I have to say that was absolutely smashing because you were caught completely unawares sitting in your house with your lovely
I was,
wife.
yeah.
Yes. And a little memento we'd like to take with you on behalf of this special occasion because I've got a special pair of spoons here. Yes, in its own presentation box. And they're all oh, look at that. Stamped with... I'm getting excited for nothing. But look, it's got surprise, surprise written on them.
Oh, thanks very much.
So every time you play them, you'll think of us, won't you?
One set's no good to me. Well, when am I going to do it to the end?
Well, you just have to make your own arrangements.
One-arm fella.
Well, can't we get him another set of... Can't we get him another set of spoons, for God's sake, or he'll never go home? Yes, you're on. It'll cost a fortune, but the other set of spoons are yours. By God, you never say much, but when you do, you come out with it. There you go, sweetheart. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks very much. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bill Preston. Well, now, Sylvia, you've been looking for your cousin for a long, long time. How many years has it been, Sylvia?
40 years.
40 years. Now, that is a long time. And, I mean, if you saw your cousin, do you think you'll recognise each other?
I'm not sure. I shouldn't think so.
But you are determined to find your cousin Beth, so much so that you want to go to Neath in Wales to find her, don't you?
Yes, I do, yes.
Well, I have to tell you, Sylvia, you've surprised someone in our audience here tonight. And she's sitting not far from you because here she is. Where are you, Beth? Surprise, surprise! Come and say hello to your cousin who you haven't seen for over 40 years. There she was enjoying the show. Here she is. Come down. There she is. I love it.
To see you. Oh,
This really is nice. Oh, well, come down. Tell us all about your relationship on the couch. We can't let it lie there. Come on, girls. Well, I know it is a bit of a shock, but it's a nice one, isn't it, Beth? After 40 years seeing each other, you must have a lot to talk about to each other, haven't you?
We have, yes.
Yes. There's someone else who's been desperately trying to find you. In fact, almost 30 years. Now, can you cast your mind back, Beth, to about 30 years ago? You were coming out of cinema in Cheltenham, and that was the last time you saw him. Can you remember who it was?
Edwin.
It was Edwin. It was Edwin, your half-brother. Do you know, have you any idea where he is now?
He went to Australia in 1960-something.
Well, you don't know which part of Australia?
I've seen him.
Well, we've got his address. And in fact, we can give it to you so you can write to him and keep in touch, because he desperately wants to see you again and to hear from you. But don't write that letter just yet, Beth, because after 30 years, we've flown him all the way from Australia just to be with you tonight. Here he is, your brother. Come in, Edwin.
Yeah.
Got you there.
Reaching out, holding hands, reliving memories. As we smile through the years, the tears, the fears disappear. Life is full of surprises. It's surprising how dreams come true. Life is full of surprises. And the nicest surprise in my life is you.
Well, that's all we have time for this week, but we will be back next week with lots more surprises. I'd like to thank everyone who's taken part in tonight's show. Willie Carson, Tony Hart, Brian Conley, Brenda Lee, and of course our own Bob Cowdees. Until next week, it's ta-ra then.
Grandpa, it's called software.
Software? What, like cashmere?
What's that?
Pardon?
Surprise, surprise. Bringing people together with BT.